Lots of technology companies have communicated 3D in a rational way. Okay, so they've shown you rationally why it's powerful. They've shown you things getting closer, you know, cars flying out the screen. All of this sort of stuff doesn't usually stick with you though, because it's not emotional. What Sony wanted to do this time around was find something that emotionally captured the power of 3D.
Sony Two Worlds is about two characters who see each other from across the street, and they strike this really powerful connection where nothing physical around them matters anymore. They enter this surreal fantasy and move towards each other with this magnetic inertia, but just before they touch, we break out of the fantasy.
Let's go back and look at that, guys. We'll talk about a couple of things.
Come with me,
Come out of the heat.
Two Worlds is really about the irresistible urge to get closer to the things that we love. You know, to get nearer, to make them more real.
We had a lot of discussions back and forth on how to make it work and work really well in stereo 3D.
We wanted to really move people and showcase how 3D can make you feel something rather than just it being a fantastic spectacle.
After we decided on the creative, we did an animatic that illustrated how the story would work in a 60-second format.
And from there that developed into later our previs. And again, we were just getting slowly closer and closer to how this thing needed to look.
We knew that it was going to be an incredible technical challenge. All the camera lenses and the scale of the digital environments were established down to the millimeter at the previs stage. It was a great tool to communicate the film with everyone.
Bill Reeves, our stereographer, he was part of the early IMAX crew in the 80s. He was one of the first kind of pioneering this field.
There's a big difference between the computer monitor and the IMAX screen. The way that we have to treat the recording and the capture of 3D has to be able to fit into all those different types of experience.
Our girl, Jessa, came from Vancouver, and our guy, Robbie, flew from South Carolina. The whole world of the film would be created digitally, so our mission on set was to get the lighting right the first time.
Okay, guys, let's stand by for a camera test, please.
Because we were shooting at extreme slow motion speeds between 500 and about 2500 frames per second, we needed an incredible amount of light. Boyan, the cinematographer, had to use so much light. We were using around 500,000 watts of power just to light up a close-up. Things were starting to melt.
We're using all the power in the studio. In fact, we even have a generator outside as well running, just to power this up.
When you start applying that much light, the values quickly blend in together. So to separate the tones, we use lots of gels, we use lots of flags.
Rolling. Action. Perfect. Yes. That's a great take.
Early on in the process, we discovered a Rev's film, Nuit Blanche, which really rediscovered romance in a way no one had ever seen before. We collaborated with the Rev to take this work to a new place, knowing that 3D and the technologies available would only enhance the emotion further.
We wanted to have at least a few elements, especially of things that are very organic, like smoke and debris, and sparks, and books.
Action.
These real elements were there to complement the otherwise 100% CG environment and really serve as a reference for the visual effects artists at Digital Domain. Everything that you see on screen was meticulously modeled and rendered in 3D. There were no matte paintings or any image projections. We wanted to create the most physically accurate world so that it looks stunning and flawless when you see it in a theater in stereo 3D. I think this method really helped us get this surreal quality and look to the whole film.
Working with the Rev, alongside Clint Mansell, alongside Digital Domain, we really started to do justice to Leonard Cohen's words, which was the birthplace of Two Worlds, really.
Don't matter if the page is gone, it's written that we'll meet.
It was a great pleasure working with Leonard Cohen. Leonard brought a real human, raw emotion to this piece. I think it really helped elevate the film. His words, his voice, just one of a kind.
When all our vital interests lay 1,000 kisses deep.
Okay. Oh, right, fine, okay, cool. No problem. You've got the pen on the cams, Jeff. Can you take it out, mate? What do you want?
Clint Mansell is another big piece of this project. Just finishing Black Swan, this was Clint's first commercial. Clint's music really helped carry our words and our visuals in a very poetic fashion. It really brought everything together.
cheat. You learned it on your father's knee, at your mother's feet. But did you have to fight your way across the burning street, when all our vital interests lay 1,000 kisses deep?